Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Coming live from Fraper Heart, children of God, and that's you, and that's you, and that's me, and that's me. I hope all will be, all will be. So the camera's over here, so I'm supposed to be looking over there, and I look over there. So that's what we have going on. And every time I tilt it this way, I think I'd have to. So that's very unrealistic. That tree is a pencil tree. And we're going to talk about that right now, maybe a little bit. We're just going to hang out, chat. We might play some drums, but we'd have to go upstairs. I moved them upstairs. And, is reality, like, that's so not even close to what the tree looks like. It's barely, I don't even know if it's 2.5 feet by 6 feet or more. Not even. We're lucky to say 7. The ceilings are 12, I think, close to older house. I might be wrong on 12. I don't know. Could be more. So I don't put a tree up every year, and I don't worship the tree, and I know it has certain origins, and I've heard other stories of tree stories from other heritages. I've heard some very strange things about the tree. I don't stress myself out about it if I don't get it up. I've actually thrown this fake tree out more than once, but it's easy to decorate, and it's just hilarious to me because it doesn't look anything like this. So maybe we'll see if we can flip this. And that's not a little more accurate. But it isn't, because it's not. Because we're not in the same room. This isn't real. It's kind of real, but it's not. And these guys are real. I'm real. I try to be as real as I can. And it loves to be on video. We haven't really had much of a storm to speak of, just some bad winds cutting through here and there, some bitter. It actually warmed up. And but they're acting like another storm's coming in. How did I raise when I had a child about Christmas? I kept it as low-key as possible, focus on Jesus, a few gifts, try to produce one gift that he really wanted. If it was a financial problem, try to accumulate resources to make it happen. But he asked about Santa so early, it was a very simple procedure because I wasn't going to lie to him. The problem was other family members had lied to other kids in the family about Santa. And they expected me to keep the lie going, and I wasn't going to lie to him, and I hadn't lied to him. I waited until he asked me about it. I didn't overemphasize Santa, and I didn't use it as a weapon about being a good boy or anything. I always said that it just mattered how we were with Jesus and the people, the older people in our lives that were taking care of us. But I didn't put up a tree every year, but there was family that did, so that was more of the tradition that they did it. I think I went varying degrees with it, but I think I allow more things in my life that are considered occultic or whatever. But I look at it more as the action of the procedure. So anything, I mean, at that point you can get into anything could be used as occultic practices. is, I hope someone can follow me here. Does that make sense? So this guitar here could become occultic. I could worship the guitar. I could put the guitar before everyone else and God. That's occultic. I could make the tree a ritual in such a degree that it becomes almost sadistic. You know what I mean? Not even family oriented, like a forced ritual. You know, people have lost their desire to do it as much or whatever, but they're still forced to do it. But to me, it's all in the usage of an object or a thing. There's obvious things that are very evil that you would not want to tamper with, like using resources to conjure up. See, there again, we're taking an object and we're using it to do something like conjuring or witchcraft. The control of an environment. So we're taking what had this pine cone. There's probably a spell with witches with pine cones. Am I doing a spell? No, I just like pine cones and I do art with them or whatever. I mean, I feel like some people, and that's okay, if that's what they're called to do, then they do it. But I just think it can get so extreme with people and you end up not enjoying things that were supposed to be enjoyable on the earth. So I don't know about cutting trees down and bringing them in every year. I don't really like to do it anymore. I haven't wanted to do it for a long time. Am I gonna ostracize a tree farm and people that go and cut down tree farms? No, it's only once a year. I mean, how many trees are possibly getting cut down for Christmas? But if you manufacture them, it's very toxic to make fake ones. But you're preserving a tree. As long as you keep the fake tree and you don't keep getting new fake trees. You know what I mean? It's just how you use it. It's how it's being like that. Like I think just a lot of fun is lost. And it's not necessary to do so, but some things are necessary to completely cut off. And I thought there was something on my sweater, but it's the light shining, and then it's doing like a glitter on me, and I just noticed it. And so I don't know, I just wanted to share that real quick for no reason. Maybe it'll help some youth out there confused about all of it. What about food? Well, I'll be honest, I did go a number of years where I did the best I could to not eat any pork. And honestly, I mean, I'm not correlating it to that, but some of my healthier years, but it's not, I think that was just because I was so focused on it, and I really didn't eat enough back then, so I don't know if we can count the no pork time as a healthy era for me, but I'm more of a grazer. I tend to then have like however many, like a bigger meal, however many days a week. I don't know, I have a rhythm to it. But I got food poisoning last Sunday, so that was quite an ordeal. At first, it took me a minute to think about, God, it had to be food poisoning, but there was no onset of it at all. There wasn't anything before bed that would have said, and we had eaten hours and hours prior, so then maybe there was contact with something else between then, but I got up that Monday morning and I was wondering if it had continued like that, if I hadn't had some stuff maybe to help slow it up or eradicate it quicker, I would have probably had to go into emergency care. for dehydration for sure. So I'm probably still not out of the dark and all the way. And but so then I did like more or less had to fast. I had made some pumpkin pies. I had 16 pounds of pumpkin. Excuse me. Oh my God, 16 pounds. 6 pounds was overwhelming. Oh my gosh, Heather. So 6 pounds of pumpkin to manufacture. If I opened it, I had to go with it. You know, it was like one of those big ones. I've never done it. I got 3 pies, 2 sweet of pumpkin bread. I don't know what I did there. I should have just left it and barely and threw any more sugar. I had frosting left over for making a mayo cake. I don't know if you've ever done it. I haven't done it in a year, if ever. I never did it. It's an old-time recipe. It's mayo cake. These are all unhealthy items, by the way. So I tried to have them take some of it to work, or we just let go some of it, or freeze it. And I made a stew. I made chicken noodle soup. I've had some good time. Did a lot of cleaning, cleaned off the organ really good, but it's really not in good shape. And I want to let it go, and we're going to look for a piano, like people are giving them away because they're so hard to ship, and then you got to get them tuned. That's the problem. I'm just hitting the buttons on it. And so I'm going to look for a piano, and we really are going to, we don't really like map out. We just go through Jesus. Like, we don't map way out. Like, it's just never worked. But we're gonna we're in the process now to really make some different goals, because we knew numerous people out in this area of this county, and we thought we were all right. And to see about a dozen people we knew for over 7 years, not new, but familiar with, turn for money, or whatever the perk was over a dozen, I believe. I don't know, just a real disappointment in, once again, in humanity, especially this county, people, the quality of people. If you're looking for a good quality of people, like, I wouldn't really pick Monroe, but, that's just me, I suppose. I suppose my story's a little different. You have a good holiday. I am going to try to taper off more. I kind of got way off rhythm because I actually did set up a study. I did it on finding the references in the Bible where it is the kingdom of God is discussed in a future tense and present, or past, or whatever, however you want to. And I had broke it down, and it was about, I don't know how long it was, but I went through, and I'm not blaming anything. I'm just saying I had trouble with my device for like 3 days. Major overheating, a lot of things not making sense. I couldn't get my study up. I was pretty bummed because it was one of those things where I actually tried to not be a complete idiot and write everything down, but allow myself to still, when I, but keep it shorter when I express myself about my own opinion on the matter. And just, I had it really broke down well. I had the verses from the books wrote down in order, and I showed it so everyone would have it, and where I got it from, and really organized like an adult. And then no success. It wouldn't download, and we erased files and emptied up space. So I guess you can say it's delayed, and I'll maybe try to download it soon, if not by tonight. But you'll need to know that I had done the study, and I thought I was specifically supposed to do it on the Kingdom of God and have it downloaded Monday the 15th. But it won't be downloaded if I have trouble again until Monday, this Monday, whatever that day is. The 22nd or something close, so. All right, well, that's that on This Is So Not Realistic, but this is an amber light and it does an antique and it's real pretty on a tree. I didn't like it in the kitchen. I didn't like it. I don't think I tried it outside. I might like it outside, but I didn't like it in the kitchen. I have this thing where I line the lights at the counter and then you can just get what you need. You don't have to turn all the big lights on. But anyhow, have a good one.